This is for part 2. If you've missed part 1, I'll make sure I link it down below. This is Trisha, if you guys haven't seen part 1. We're going to actually show you now our favorite eye products of 2012, start with eye primers. I only have one that was a real standout for me, and it was the Laura Geller Waterproof Eye Spackle. This is in medium deep. I think there's one other shade. I got this with a gift set from Ulta, and it's a, you know, twist up wand, and I love this. This thing went for months and months and months and months before it finally ran out. It's skin toned. It's really nice because it's easy to kind of click up, put it on your lid, blend it out, conceals any redness, any issues you have. It's waterproof. It held onto my eyeshadow, so my eyeshadow didn't budge, and it really lasted, I mean, 6, 7, 8 months, I think. This thing went forever. I
brought 2 primers with me that I really love. All-time favorite, once again, really brand loyal to Benefit. This is Stay Don't Stray. Love it. The only problem with this is you have to, the way it pumps out, it almost pumps like too much, but it's a 365 degree eye primer. So it's pumps out too much just for your lid, but it is a really great under eye product too. I heard it's a great primer for your concealer. So it is a great primer for your concealer. And then you can do your under eye concealer. Yeah, it's a real, and I just love it. Once again, I only use my ring finger around my eye. I found that with a brush, it's too streaky. I don't think it's meant to go on with a brush. So, and then my other eyeshadow primer that I brought is the NYX Eyeshadow Base, and it's the white one, which if I'm going to do a really popping eye, especially with like a lot of pinks, then I'm going to use this base. Makes all the eyeshadow pop and really vivid. Yep, and sometimes too at the very end, if I want to just, I'll hit maybe the inner corners of my eyes with a dab of this at the very end. So those were my 2 kind of like, you know, eye primer products. But I should mention that with Stay Don't Stray, a lot of times underneath my eyes, I use it with Benefit Ooh La Lift. This is their kind of tightening and brightening, like under eye. I didn't know how to use it. Oh my gosh, I probably use this more than any other like eye product. As you can see, it's like half empty. And this is probably my 2nd, 3rd, maybe even 4th one of the year. Oh wow. Because I do use it a lot. And you just put it under your eyes? Yeah, and it's got this great little like kind of spongy wand. The combination of these 2 for your under eye is perfect because I think your under eye skin is so delicate, and I never want it to look cakey, because if it looks cakey, it just accentuates your fine lines, which in my case, I've got some fine lines. So I think a couple dabs of this with a couple dabs of this cute little like applicator, and then ring finger like patting and blending. Don't swipe it, pat, dab, and blend, like kind of in a circular, but this is a great combination for your under eye. And if you're really tired and you don't want to do a full under eye concealer, if you're not doing like a full face that day, just this on its own is really great. That's a good idea. Yeah. So I'll kind of segue into some under eye products. Some that I really love. I have a few. I did a whole video on under eye brightening, so I'll link that down below too, so you can check that out of all my favorite products. A couple of them, I really love the Rimmel Match Perfection. This is in Fair, the lightest one. I love this because it has the brush tip applicator, so it's really easy. Hello, hair. It's really easy to get it right up under your eye and just really brighten up the under eye area, and they have a bunch of different shades of that. I really love that. Lasts all day. Another great use is, you know, to do the highlighting on the high points, because it has that brush tip applicator, makes it really nice. The Urban Decay 24/7 pencil. I love this. Yeah, it's a great product. I'm almost gone. And this is in CIA, which is the lightest shade. It's very creamy, so I like using this under my eyes too. CIA is very light, which is good for somebody who's really pale. So love that. Stays all day, doesn't get cakey, doesn't crease. And the last 2 that I have for under eye type concealers are the MAC Studio Finish Skin Corrector in Light Peach. This is a really nice light shade, great for brightening the under eye area or correcting any darkness. Super creamy, but this is a product you want to use your finger with, because you want the warmth of your finger to really melt it into the skin. And that's kind of the same with this Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in Porcelain. Have you tried this before? No. These are awesome. It feels kind of sticky at first, but when you use your finger and you really blend it in, it's really great at kind of lightening that under eye area and concealing, definitely kind of like a full coverage under eye concealer. And then to kind of apply my under eye concealer, I've been loving this Crown brush. It doesn't have a name to it. That's kind of like a thicker, like a little baby stipple. Yeah, and it's really nice because it's dense, and it's fluffy at the same time. So it's not too dense like a buffing brush, but it's not
like as flimsy as like a stippling, a duo fiber brush would be. So it's really great at really blending in that product, especially like a little bit of a stiffer concealer like this one. And then to set the under eye concealer, I have two different powders. The Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals, which I used to use all over my face. Just recently started using under my eyes and love the way that it... I'm
gonna try that because I cannot use that on my face. It just sits on top of my skin.
Yeah, and that is so perfect for under the eyes.
Okay.
Take your beauty blender when it's wet and just kind of put a little bit on the tip of it. Or the Laura Mercier brightening powder is really great too. Won't get too much into that because I have a whole video where I talk about it, so that'll be linked down below. And then the brush to apply it is another Real Techniques from Samantha Chapman from Pixie Woo. It's the contour brush, but I just love this for patting it right under the eye. I just think it works really, really well.
That's a great dome brush.
It's perfect. I love it. And it is great for contouring too. I just happen to like it for under eyes. So I think that is all for my like under eye products. Do you have any like bases that you like cream shadow?
Okay, I do. Actually probably my favorite base is MAC Painter Lily. I think that this is like one of the best products that MAC has. I love it. It's their paint pot. And Painter Lily, some people just use this as a primer. I use a primer and then I use Painter Lily because I want a like 14-15 hour eye. Usually my days are 15-16 hour days, and I don't want like to be at the my night event with my eye sliding or my eye creasing too. And so and
I love that because it's more pink toned, where soft ochre is like the more yellow tone.
Yeah, I can't use soft ochre. That's not the right color for me at all. But lots of people love that one. But I think Painter Lily is like perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah. And then do you want to talk about your cream shadows?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so listen, I am totally brand new to drugstore makeup. Other than mascara, I didn't even know that drugstores made good makeup. My apologies to all those brands out there. But Cassie has really like opened my whole world up in the last like couple weeks to some really awesome drugstore products. So my apologies that my other videos do not have drugstore products in them. So they don't have a cheaper alternative. But I am obsessed right now with a couple things. The Maybelline Color Tattoo.
They're amazing.
Cassie texted me about these and I was like, I'll go try them. I went and bought 2 and then like a couple hours later I went back and bought like 6 more.
They're amazing.
I cannot believe it. And they were like a buy one, get one half off. And I could not believe how much makeup I was getting for the price that I was getting. So a couple of my favorite really standout colors are Inked in Pink.
That's what I'm wearing today.
Yeah, and it looks so great. Bad to the Bronze. And today I actually have...
I love that one.
I have the Silver Strike, which is from their like special metallic...
Yeah, their new one.
That just came out. I have Silver Strike on today. I love it. Silver Strike was part of my New Year eye. I think it's such
Isn't it beautiful? And they last all day.
All day long. I cannot believe it. The only downside is that you have to clean your makeup brush after using them. Otherwise, the next day, your makeup brush is so caked. And I really like to use the MAC. This does not even have its like...
MAC 239.
239, thank you. I'm like, I have a couple of these. I think this is one of the brushes that you have to have like more than one of. So I like to use a 239 for a cream shadow on the lid, but then I'm going to come out and blend it in with the 217, MAC 217, because I think that's a really great brush also. A couple other cream shadows that I brought that are really worth talking about, and actually I'm wearing both of them today, are the...
And they're powder actually. But they feel like cream.
Sorry, they're kind of a pressed like pigment almost,
they're amazing.
But they do feel like a cream.
And they are dupes to the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill.
And I just watched a dupe video of them.
Was it the one I sent you?
Yeah, with the exact same packaging. Yes. I could not believe it, and such a better price point. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible, and I have Perpetual Purple on today.
So pretty.
With some other things, so that's not just the purple. And then I also have, I think this color is so amazing. This, you told me, was one of your favorite colors, Amber Rush. I could not wait to buy this. I love it. It's the most beautiful rose gold, and so I actually mixed it. The all silver is a little too like much for me, so I did the silver and the Amber Rush really on my lid today, and I really like it. Which is actually my first time using these two as a combination. But I think
try that.
Yeah, I mean,
it kind of gives it like a silvery, like pinky tone to
it. It's very, really it's like a very metallic, you know, lid, which I really like a metallic lid right now. I think it's really big this winter, but it's not too like, hey, there's your stark silver eye. But I loved your, I had to get this after I saw your diamond eye tutorial. I thought that was such a I was like obsessed with your eye. It was so striking. So I had to get this after that.
Oh, I love that silver one, so pretty.
Sorry, I spoke about these in the creams.
No, you're totally fine. Couple cream shadows. They're the Maybelline Color Tattoos as well. Mine, Bad to the Bronze. I mean, this is a go-to one. Recently did a tutorial using this, and I just love it. It's just the perfect all over your lid shade. You don't even need to put shadow on it if you're on, you know, on the go and you need something quick. It's just really great. I
didn't bring that because I knew you would talk about that color.
Oh yeah, because I love it so much. And then another one is Barely Beige, which was limited edition this summer, but they just came out with Barely Branded, I think.
I have,
which is very similar. If you like Bare Study from MAC, this is just like it. I think this is creamier and lasts longer and doesn't dry out as fast as Bare Study from MAC does.
But I actually swatched those on the back of my hand because I have both of those. Are they a little different? No, I think they're almost identical.
Okay, yeah, so they're pretty much dupe, so you don't even need, it's a great alternative. And I'm hoping that Maybelline puts these in their permanent line, or at least a nude shade like this. I think it'd be really smart for them to do. And then kind of like your NYX, I use the NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil, and I love this. Again, I like to do like the high points of my brow, inner corner, all over my lid. I mean, I use this so much for so many different things. Some people use it on their waterline. I mean, you could really do a lot with it, and I really love that. And a couple of my standout brushes that I have are, again, the MAC 239. This is a recent purchase for me. I used a lot of Sigma ones. I find this is amazing for pigments, which I guess I'll just mention these real quick. These are from the Crushed Metal collection, well, from the Dazzle, the, what is it, Glamour Days collection. And I bought the warm ones and then the pink ones. And I've been wearing these nonstop. I'm wearing them today. I have on this light pink called Maribu. And this is the perfect brush to apply them with a little bit of Fix Plus. Just gives you a really beautiful metallic eye. I'm like obsessed. Anytime these come out in collections, I'm going to go get them now because I'm so obsessed. And I used to hate pigments. So love that, and I use the 239. Here's a brush kind of like the one you use for your under eye stuff. This is the big Fluff Brush from Sigma. Love this one for actually doing my brow bone highlight, which seems weird because it's really big, but it works really, really great. And this is also a good brow bone highlight. The medium angled shading brush. It's nice and angled, so it's really easy to get right up under your eyebrow. And a few blending brushes I like are the Sedona Lace EB15. It's a tulip shaped brush, so it's pointed, which is really great for getting into your crease and like blending out your crease color without it kind of going all over, because since it's pointed, it kind of really concentrates it right into your crease. Here is a Crown Brush Pro Blending Fluff, which is a nice tapered brush. Really great for just blending crease colors. You've seen me use this a lot. It's the Blending E25 from Sigma. Great for outer corner blending your crease. And then the last two I'll just mention really quick are also from Sigma. They had a Precision Eye kit that came out. This is a shader inner corner and a shader crease brush. This is really great if you have hooded eyes or small eyes and you want to do a deep outer color. It's so small and it picks up just the right amount of color to just kind of tap right into that outer part of your lid and really deepen that up. And this is great for applying inner corner color because it doesn't apply too much product and it's nice and pointed. So those are just some brushes I really love. A couple really stand out like eye products that I loved this year from MAC. One of them, and I wish I would have brought it and I didn't, it's Free to Be. It's the cutest like kind of like pinky eyeshadow.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I love that color.
You might be scared of it if you just see it standing there. It blends so beautiful. I wear it with like a million different colors and I love it, and I can't believe I didn't bring it. And then my other favorite one is the MAC Vanilla Pigment. I think that you can use this for so many different things. I'll use it on my brow bone. You can use it as a highlight powder. You can use it in your lip gloss, like your lipstick. And you can also use it obviously as a pigment on your eyes. Once again, Fix Plus is great for that, and then, you know, a good brush. And then we'll do palettes, sorry. Go ahead. My favorite palette of the year is Naked 2. I'm a huge Naked 1 fan, and Naked 2, I mean, if you haven't heard of Naked 2, I'm not sure where you've been this year.
Oh, it's amazing.
It is incredible. I think the colors are great. I take this everywhere with me. I travel with it. I always have it. And today I actually have on tease on the top of my crease.
Love tease.
And my favorite crease brush is an old, I actually think this is a Trish McVoy or Smashbox, I can't remember. This is a really old, like, just like dome, like crease brush. I don't know if you can see it, that I use a lot, and then I'll blend it out with, you know, a good, like my MAC 217. Or my other favorite, like, blending brush is the Italian Badger Hair from Crown Brush. This is their Deluxe Crease brush, 119. It's the perfect crease blender. So this is what I've used today for the Perpetual Purple Infallible. But before I put this, before I put Perpetual Purple on my eye, I used Busted, which I love Busted. It's this one right here. It's right next to the black. I think it's a great, like, undercolor. I love mixing Blackout and Busted. And then I've used Verve too on the kind of the inner, like, corner of my eye. And one of my real standout brushes of the year, this is the Italian Badger. This is 116 from Crown, their round crease. It's tiny. Same kind of what you're talking about. If you're gonna do like a really concentrated, like, color on the, like, outside of your crease. Listen, I've seen way too many girls get that super muddy out here, and this keeps it really, really clean in there. The other thing is, this is so small. I will also sometimes use this
to drag it under your eye.
Yeah. My favorite under eye brush that I found this year, this is from Crown. It's tiny. I don't even know if you can see it.
Yeah, I love that.
Best, like, eyeliner brush, like under eye brush that I've ever used. And I think it's just from their Crown brush line, which is like their black handled. Like, I have Blackout underneath as my eyeliner today with this.
It's so perfect.
And you know what, whatever, it's so dense that however they've made it is there's no fallout from it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because of how dense it is, and especially when you're dragging on your under eye, trying to get that really nice kind of like smudgy, but not like
all the way down
line. You want a really clean, it's like funny to say a clean smudgy line, but you know what I'm talking about. This is the perfect brush. I think this brush was like $2 or $3.
That's amazing.
From Crown. That. So that's been a really, like, these two have been my standout, like, eyeshadow brushes of the year. The round crease and the little tiny smudger.
Love that.
So yeah, but I cannot say enough about, I think Urban Decay has
done some awesome palettes.
I can't believe it. I love MAC eyeshadow because it's so pigmented, but I think Urban Decay right now is really leading.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's other than like lines like Inglot and things like that for pigmentation, but I really think that the consistency and the whatever their formula is well, and
amazing. They reformulated all of their eyeshadows. So
I didn't know that.
All of their new eyeshadows are all completely reformulated to be, I think, like the I don't know if it's the Vice palette or the most recent Book of Shadows. It's some different formula that makes them creamier and more pigmented and richer. And
I have the newer Book of Shadows, which I love. I can't believe it. And the glitter in those, it doesn't get a ton of fallout either. I think it really stays. It drives me nuts when you're trying to do a really shimmery glitter eye. And it's like you just end up with it all over your face and like all under your under eye, and you have a ton of cleanup. I don't like that. But I think Book of Shadows is really great for like a really pigmented, glittery shimmer eye.
So I have 3 standout palettes. Comes to no surprise for anyone who watches my videos, the Lorac Pro Palette is amazing. It has a full row of mattes and a full row of shimmer. Pretty much any look you could possibly come up with. Is just really beautiful, very versatile. Great for somebody who travels a lot, maybe somebody who's newer to makeup, or just somebody who loves neutral colors. I love this. A lot of my colors seem to be like they're almost gone. So it's really pretty. Love this.
The deep purple on that is my hands down one of my favorite colors on that.
So pretty. I love this. And then the Nude palette from The Balm, another one of my favorites. A lot of these have seen a lot of love.
I haven't seen this one.
I love it. It's so beautiful. And I love that they're like little pinup girls. And I think Selfish, yeah, that color is a really pretty taupey color, which is like one of my most used. Love Serious and Sleek. It's a really great rich brown and matte black. And Sexy, which is a really pretty burgundy matte color, is really nice too. And again, this one is has a lot of shimmer and matte, which is great because I like to have a lot of matte options when I'm doing my makeup. And then to kind of segue into my last one, I love the Naked one, love the Naked 2 palette, but something I feel both of them are missing are like some good matte shadows. They have a couple, but the Naked Basics, amazing. If you have watched me for any length of time, you know that I love matte shadows, and this is just like the perfect companion palette. You could use it on its own, but in my opinion, it's like the go-to palette to go with any palette that you already own. It just has really great, this is kind of like a satiny highlight shade, then you have a nice cream shade, a yellow toned, 2 really great blending colors, and a nice matte black. So love these for my eyeshadow palette. Some eyeliners that I've been loving. I've been really into liquid liner for some reason this year. The Jordana Fabuliner, I told you about this one at Walgreens. I'm having a heck of a time finding it.
It's sold out.
It's a really nice felt tip pen. It's really great because Nerber XO did a video of how she applies this, and she literally just goes up to her eye, does this, and then swipes it across, and it like is the easiest liner ever. It's like $2.99, amazing, from the drugstore. Also, the Revlon Colorstay liquid pen is kind of the same thing, another felt tip. Really easy to apply if you're new to liquid liner or you just want a really easy liquid eyeliner. It's great. And same with the Maybelline Master Precise. This one's a little bit longer and a little bit more of a pointed tip. Gives you a really nice, thin, precise line. And then for my waterline, just MAC Smolder has been really great. I love that. It's great for tight lining and your waterline.
Yeah. Really quickly, a couple standout eyeliners for me. Urban Decay 24/7. Their waterproof liquid liner. This is in Perversion. I love this. This is not for beginners.
Not at all.
Not at all. It takes a long time to dry, so you really have to let your eyes like dry before you open them. I'll just sit there kind of like with my eyes shut, kind of like, you know, fanning my eyes. A really perfect skinny brush if you want a really thin perfect line, and great for doing a really dramatic wing.
And you want to keep that out of your lashes because it will make your mascara so funky.
Yeah.
If you try to apply mascara and you get it on your lashes.
Yeah. Then I can't live without MAC Fluid Line Black Track. I think this is a perfect like gel liner. And then I recently just, thanks to Cassie, found the Lacquer Liner by Infallible. I have been looking for a great navy liner for forever. And it is gorgeous. It's not too blue because I have really blue eyes, so I didn't want a really blue liner. It's this beautiful dark navy, and honestly the consistency is just as good, if not better, as a fluid line from MAC.
I told you.
I know, I'm a believer. Listen, I didn't know. I'm a believer now. We had 2 mascara standouts for the whole year. The drugstore brand is this CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. I love it. And I actually really like the brush. I didn't think I would like the brush because it's like so concentrated and there's like kind of hardly any like bristles to it, but I love it. It gets such a good...
And it grabs every lash.
Yeah, and I think top to bottom really loads it on. But hands down the best mascara. I am always in search of a good mascara. I have tried 1,800 mascaras this year. Honestly, I've tried everything that's out there. MAC Hot and Naughty. This is their 2 Black Lash. I am obsessed. Like, I love it. Here's the best part about it. It has a great brush for your top, like really loading on. I don't have fake lashes on today because I really wanted you to see how good of a mascara this is. So that's your top lash brush. But then here you go. Here's your bottom brush.
That's awesome.
So it's really like, it's not very dense, you know, as far as the bristles, so it pulls it on really good without getting too clumpy on your lower lash. But it is the perfect, this is the perfect mascara. MAC, thank you.
I need to try that. I just have 2. One is a lash plumper. This is the Dior Show Maximizer. Love this stuff. I apply it every day before my mascara. Tip for this, don't let it dry. You need to apply it and then immediately apply your mascara after. And then this is a combo that I love. It is the Bad Gal Lash from Benefit and then the They're Real. With They're Real, I really didn't like it at the beginning. It's one of those that like I had to open it and then close it back up and then like stick it in a drawer for 2 weeks. Because I think fresh out of the tube it's too wet and it just kind of makes your lashes fall. But after like sitting for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, it like becomes amazing. And this is just a great for volume, and then this one to kind of separate and lengthen. I love that. And then
I didn't mention that I use the Smashbox Lash Primer every single day. Same thing, do not let it dry. As soon as you put it on, you need to do your load your mascara on. But otherwise my mascara like will fall no matter what. I'll end up with it under my eye.
I don't, it's just soft?
Yeah, I don't know if my lashes are oily or what it is, but it just ends up like smudging underneath my eye like as the day wears on. So this has been kind of my saving grace for many years, but it's their lash primer.
I'll have to try that next. And then quickly round this up, we'll do some eyebrows. I have 2 different ones that well, 3 different ones I really love. Love the Maybelline Define a Brow in dark brown. The MAC Lingering Pencil or Fling or whatever color you might be. It's that same little waxy fine tip. Really great to kind of brush through your lashes. Also been obsessed with the Anastasia brow kit. This is in brunette, comes with 2 little shades here, and then the brush is really nice. It's a spoolie on one side and then the angled. And then this is a new recent one that I just started using. I've used it today. The new Wet n Wild Fergie Gel Liner. in Cocoa. I actually use this for my eyebrows and it like stays in place like crazy. So been really loving that.
And actually I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer Liner in Espresso for my brows. I'm the Crown Brush Italian Badger 129 Taklon Mini Liner. This is also the brush that I use for my gel liners on my eye. So I use this is a multi-purpose brush for me. You can see it's like a really good point to it. And then I love MAC Espresso to fill my brows in. Once again, a Crown Brush, a liner also, IB 113 for that. And then my spoolie is from Crown also. So that just finishes off my brows. I have a love-hate relationship with my brows, which thank God I have bangs because it's sort of like kind of
masks them a little bit.
Yeah, because that's just my one, that's my trouble spot is my brows, I'm not gonna lie. My best friend is a brow artist.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I mean, she's incredible. She's the best waxer, she's the best brow artist, and I still am like a brow failure. So thank God for bangs.
Alright, so I think that sums up our 2012 favorite eye products.
Yeah, some good ones.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!